Hello, magical humans, and welcome to the first energy forecast of the week in a really long time. I am Avalon Starlight, and I'm going to be sharing the energy for April 21st to 27th, 2025. Now, why are these energy forecasts even important? Why am I coming back to do them? Because they are guides. They are ways in which we have a mentor, an energetic mentor, astrologically, spiritually, energetically, that simply says, hey, if you're experiencing these things, what you're experiencing is exactly right. And there's no need to feel kind of like discombobulated or overwhelmed or frustrated by what's happening around you, because when we understand what the energy is around us, then it helps us understand the energy within us. As within, so without. We are all one, as above, so below. And so the energy of this week is kind of interesting because we just started Taurus season, and this week ends with the Taurus new moon. And this is the first new moon that we have since we experienced the eclipse season. And eclipse season is again placing us back into our fates of destiny. We had Venus retrograde, we had Neptune going direct, like we had all of these things. Neptune moving into Aries, not going direct. And so we have like a lot that just happened. And so we're so grateful to be back in Taurus season. We're grateful because this is the first time we've reached an earth sign since we started the zodiac year off. And so we get to root in, get grounded, really like set ourselves up strongly. And what I love about Taurus is that we get to experience it fully, right? So this week is actually about understanding that things are shifting. Things can't be the same. They just cannot be the same that they've always been. We understand that. Maybe it's your work that's changing, maybe it's your relationships that are changing, but something significant is having a major overhaul. And so there's going to be some things happening this week. There's going to be some things coming towards you or at you externally, but Taurus invites us to just root in, to ground in, to find the pleasure in the experiences of what we are having, to don't get caught up in the chaos or the drama or the frustration, but to sink in and truly allow yourself to be embodied during this week and showing up for yourself in whatever way that you need to do. Because as I always say, as we lead into a new moon, we kind of have a descent into the darkness, right? Like this is where we can sit with our shadows a little bit easier, because they're more apparent to us. And so I always look at the week before the new moon as an opportunity to kind of be with myself, really just be more contemplative, be more attuned to what my body's asking for. And it's going to be a little bit of a push at the same time. Like there's like this energy of action while also being really internal. So let yourself experience that duality. And so for this week's card of the week, I'm going with The Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. So let us call in God, Goddess, Father Sky, Mother Earth, all transcendent beings of light. May this week's card be exactly what we're meant to hear, to experience, to know, that will guide and support us on our journey this week. Interesting. So again, I have a little bit of a nose run. We got the fear card. And so the interesting that's coming through for today is that there's a sense of allowing, a sense of being in the presence of the things that you maybe have put or placed in shadow, thinking that they were darker aspects, darker experience, darker things that you didn't want to look at. In the journey back to wholeness, we recognize that we are one with every part of ourselves. So maybe there is some fear coming up about, like for me, the fear of coming up and being in video again for the first time in over a year on YouTube. That's how I felt this morning coming in to do this video, right? So it's not that fear isn't going to be representative of this week. And what would it look like instead of trying to push your fear back down to put your fear into a separate space to where you are, and to really let your fear dance with you? What does your fear need to teach you? What does your fear want to offer you? There's different levels and different types of fear, and this week's fear is simply the fear of progressing, of action, of light. And we bring our shadows into these spaces so that we can integrate them into this awareness that they are my fear is just as loved as when I'm doing my highest good. right? And so there's an invitation here with our fear to really let it come up, to be with it, to show it the love and the compassion and the honoring that maybe we didn't get as children, or we didn't get in our marriages, in our partnerships, in our friendships, whatever it is, but to really be able to give that loving energy to those fears that are coming up. And even if they seem ridiculous, maybe you're having a fear of, toothpaste this week. You don't know what fear is going to come up, and how can you give loving energy to the part of you that is experiencing that fear without making that fear wrong, to just be in the energy of it, sit with it, love it, give it the compassion that maybe is new to you. And that is the card for this week. And yay to being back. It's done. I did it. My first video. And I'm looking forward to being back on YouTube and to sharing more content. If there is anything that you would like to see, hear, experience from me, maybe you're like, man, where did Avalon go? And I really want to know XYZ, please place it in the comments below. I desperately want to make sure that I'm going to be providing you content that makes you go, oh the gosh, I'm so glad she answered that, or that helps me understand myself a little bit better. So I love you. I'm excited, and I'll be back next week for another energy forecast of the week.